From London,
Matt Wilkinson on Beats One.
Broadcasting live on Apple Music.
Beats One.
This is Matt Wilkinson on Beats One Radio.
What up, world? How you doing? This is Matt Wilkinson. I'm live in London right now. We're on Beats One, broadcasting to 100 countries worldwide. And I'm playing you the best in the breaking scenes, the underground scenes. Voices from the worlds of rock and roll, soul, spoken word, and beyond. I love this band. Fuse, they come from Malmo. Everybody is great in Malmo at music. That's a fact, you're just born with it. Check out their album, Means. It's on Apple Music. This is taken from it. It's a brilliant, brilliant tune. Drinking Games. Shout your town at Beats One. To start off the show, Fuse. They know what they're doing. The album Means is amazing, came out a few months ago. It's on Apple Music now. Do yourself a favor and check it out. This is Matt Wilkinson on Beats One. Coming up in the show, we're going to be talking to Declan McKenna. I travelled to possibly the dingiest back room in a pub in the world to meet this 17-year-old musical, talented, possible genius. It's coming up soon. This first, though, is Ceramic, Greg's Love.
Bring me to life, oh people, I'm in love again. Bring me to life, oh people, I'm in love again. Bring me to life, oh people, I'm in love again. Bring me to life, oh people, I'm in love again. Sweating, shaking, twisting, breaking, babe, I'm craving everything you do. Don't take much to tease me, I'm too easy to please. You
and the amazing Bootsy Collins. That's Ceramic, Greg's Love. This is Beats One.
1, 2, 3.
So coming up later in the show, going to be celebrating Beats One Latino by playing some of my favourite Central and Latin American acts. Hit us up at Beats One. We're 100 countries worldwide right now. This from Peru, Los Psychos.
Baby, come on to me. That I want to have you there. I am lover. I'm knowing you. With you and your sister.
Such a thrill to play that on Beats One. Los Psychos. Many people who are really into lo-fi punk rock say that they invented it. Not the Sex Pistols, not the Clash. Los Psychos. That tune, I think, was made in 1965. If you've ever heard the Black Lips, if you've ever watched a Quentin Tarantino film, then I think we can say that their influence is widespread. So yeah, more from Beats One Latino coming up later in the show, celebrating modern day Latin sounds from some wicked bands. This is Jack River from Australia, Palo Alto.
Pretty cars, he's falling behind. Chandeliers and cigarettes, you may as well be mine. I am waiting slowly for these times not to end. He is looking back at me to make sweet demands. I don't know where to go if your love hurts me. I don't know where to go. We're going to Mexico from Palo Alto. Cruising past fast cars and little old ladies. What she is
From London, this is Matt Wilkinson on Beats One.
Now look here, in the house opposite. Black gatepost with a concrete frog squatting on top of it. Through the hallway, ancient wallpaper, nicotine gold. Up the stairs, rickety, loaded with history. Here, in the top flat, flowers on the windowsill, little breeze fluttering the petals as they stare out at the city streets. Gemma is awake. What woke her? Open eyes, street lights float slowly through broken blinds. She watches as the light plays across the tattered carpet, and she holds herself tight in the room's half darkness. It's cold. She wedges her hands underneath her armpits. It's 4:18, and Gemma's thinking. Before I was an adult, I was a little wreck, peddling whatever I could get my grubby mitts on. Ketamine for breakfast, bad girls for drinking with. I gave them puppy dog eyes for the acid on their fingertips. Heads in the basement, lips without faces, getting feisty. Half-baked in the bakery, eating pastries. Desperate for a body who could save me, but I never really wanted what they gave me. Always wanted something else, sweating in the dole queue, spitting like a villain in the pantomime. Old shoes, bad teeth, drinking in the rain with my ghost. Sitting in the back of the class, comatose. Villains on my back in the dark, hold me close, but you never held. I did some things I swore I'd never tell. That night you tried to kill me, run me down with your car in the snow. I didn't realize how far you would go. Every day I live, lives in the day I wake up. And my dreams are all screaming, but I'm fine now. Something remains, it's still pulling me. Yeah, my future is bright, but my past trying to ruin me. Tried to change it, but I know if you're good to me, I will let you go. Tried to fight it, but I'm sure if you're bad to me, I will like you more. I saw some things when I was young that made me who I would become. I feel them with me every day, cause if you try and run away, they run beside you pace for pace, trip you up and drag your face through the mud of every waste. They chance in every bitter taste. Heart is sprayed up with the names of all my friends who lost their way. Doesn't change, it all remains. It takes my strength and gives me shame. All I want is someone great to make me everything I ain't. But the only ones for me are the ones that shouldn't be. Even though I'm doing good, I'm working hard, my work is strong. Might be fun just for a while to go back where my hurt is from. Rinse myself to emptiness and push my body close to anybody who can recognize the presence of my ghost. Tried to change it, but I know if you're good to me, I will let you go. Tried to fight it, but I'm sure if you're bad to me, I will like you more. Tried to change it, but I know if you're good to me, I will let you go. Tried to fight it, but I'm sure if you're bad to me, I will like you more.
Kate Tempest on Beats One. Ketamine for Breakfast is the title of that track from the new album Let Them Eat Chaos. A lot of people say that, you know, in the UK music at the minute there are so many big voices. You've got your Skeptors, you've got Kanos, you've got people like that. For me, Kate Tempest is right up there with both of those guys. She's just an amazing storyteller, and you really hear it on that tune. I mean, nobody else is around who's quite like her at the minute. Ponderback as well. Australia's finest weirdo psych rock oddity. Beard's Wives Denim was an amazing record. It came out a few years ago. This is their new single, just dropped, and it's called Sweep Me Off My Feet.
You are not old or cool or masculine. You're just waiting for the perfect Latin lover to walk in. I'm not walking in. Between my brain and summer chin is gambler and shame. I used to be elegantly thin,
Wilkinson on Beats One. I hope you're enjoying this show. Going to bring it back to my hometown now, London and Salem with Copper Kiss.
Give me your best copper kiss. Let's bite until our lips are split. You kinda look like him. I'll dress and act like her. Dreamt of fabricated love. You're so gross, you make me sick. I'll lose your taste with my spit. When you crack your bones, I hope they snap in half. I would never call for help. Pour your metal in my mouth, lick my lips, and taste yourself. Let me roll your blood on my tongue. Oh no, pour your metal in my mouth, lick my lips, and taste yourself. Let me roll your blood on my tongue. Oh no, it stained my clothes. No one ever has to know where we go or who we are. I can't be seen with you. Don't ever go that far. Meet me at your lover's place. Pour your metal in my mouth, lick my lips and taste yourself. Let me roll your blood on my tongue. Oh no, pour your metal in my mouth, lick my lips and taste yourself. Let me roll your blood on my tongue. Oh no, it stained my clothes. Don't leave without my copper kiss. Savor this before you slip. When you're crawling back, I won't step on you. No one would remember it. Pour your metal in my mouth, lick my lips and taste yourself. Let me roll your blood on my tongue. Oh no, pour your metal in my mouth, lick my lips and taste yourself. Let me roll your blood on my tongue. Oh no, pour your metal in my mouth, lick my lips and taste yourself. Let me roll your blood on my tongue. Oh no, pour your metal in my mouth, lick my lips and taste yourself. Let me roll your blood on my tongue. Oh no, it stained my clothes.
Such a good sound. Salem, Copper Kiss on Beats One. So it's Matt Wilkinson here. Thanks for tuning in. I'm here every single weekend on Beats One, bringing 2 hours of underground music, alternative music, anything goes really. Shouts to Joe Hall in Liverpool, Roches in Wales digging Kate Tempest. That album's brilliant. Going to be talking to Declan McKenna very, very shortly. Last week we chatted to Alexander Savor. She was an absolute dude. Declan is the same. This guy's not too bad either. Dee Dee Dumbo, Satan.
I saw you at 4 on a horse in Mexico in the lonely night time where my dog died. E.T. called my name. I never heard that thing again on this happy mountain where the dead die. They don't need people. They don't watch TV. Or worship Satan. Strange days moving on. AI in the Higgs boson and the looming deadline. Murder, suicide. I pray for everyone. As a godless sapien, as the zoo impound us all.
Magical sound that is. DD Dumbo, the album's out now, it's on 4AD. That is called Satan. Absolutely majestic, brilliant piece of music. And I want to talk about Declan McKenna now. Declan is a British musician, 17 years old, who I first saw maybe 18 months ago, so he would have been about 15 then. And he played in a bar in London called Old Blue Lust. It was just him. And he had loads of loops and pedals. And he was playing these really intricate, impressive songs. Since then, man, it's just blown up. He played Glastonbury, he signed a big record deal. He's getting big, he's been on TV programmes. This is his first song. After this, we're going to have an interview with Declan. I went to meet him ahead of his show at Nambucca, which is a venue in North London. And we had a really interesting chat. Apparently he knows people. He knows Chris Martin, or a mate of his knows Chris Martin, and Chris Martin has been giving dogs away. So hear more from me and Declan in a sweaty little room in Nambucca after this. This is Brazil.
I heard you sold the Amazon to show the country that you're from. It's where you want to be, find something all people need. I'm faithless now, we win every time, and I don't know how, 'cause I haven't bought you and I haven't sold me. The people are dying to get on TV. I heard he lives down the river, 6 cars and a grizzly bear. Gets me down. I heard he lives down the river somewhere, 6 cars and a grizzly bear. He got eyes that he can't see. Well, he talks like an angel, but he looks like me. Oh Lord, everybody plays a beautiful game while I'm in Brazil. 'Cause it's all you've ever wanted, and it's all that you want still. Don't you wanna play the beautiful game out in Brazil? I wanna play the beautiful game while I'm in Brazil. 'Cause everybody plays a beautiful game out in Brazil. It's all you've ever wanted, and it's all that you want still. Don't you wanna play the beautiful game out in Brazil? Yeah.
Matt Wilkinson on Beats One.
So I'm in the basement of one of London's finest music venues, Nambuka. I've never quite been in a green room quite like this, Declan McKenna. Have you?
No.
There's no windows.
No windows.
It's sort of like we're in an aquarium or something, but with no birds or animals.
No, just kind of maybe some rotting shizzle.
Shizzle. Are you kind of getting used to the green room life? Because you're going around the country and around the world actually playing spit and sawdust venues. They're tiny little venues. They're pubs, basically.
Yeah, well, ones like this, that I guess the ones that headline. I mean, the ones I've been doing recently on the Blossom store have actually been all right. It's all atmosphere, isn't it?
I think this is probably going to add more to the atmosphere than a clerical, stale, bland room with a bunch of flowers in it.
No, exactly. Like this is a character. This screams North London.
It does, doesn't it? When North London is famous for its terrible green rooms, of course.
Exactly.
Let's talk a little bit about you, because I've been playing your music on Beats One for the past year or so now, and I can first remember seeing you play live when it was just you and loop pedals a long time ago, maybe 18 months or something like that.
Wow.
Just you on a stage, nobody else, and lots of amazing sounds going on. And now the live thing is mutated into a full live band.
Yes.
How was that transition?
It's pretty sudden, I guess, as transitions go. I mean, I'd wanted to have a band for as long as I can remember, but it's just kind of not been something I was able to afford, or not been something just been able to find the right people for. And then in sort of December, I just kind of auditioned a couple of people, just sent out like, who wants to be in my band, and lo and behold, I got a couple of people. And then I got another one who's just one of my friends. He's been one of my best friends for a couple of years now, to play bass for us, and here we are.
So with the audition process, is it a case of, I guess it's quite easy to tell this person can play the songs really well, but less easy to work out, am I going to get on with them? What would it be like after 2
that's
weeks
the
on
main
road?
thing. 90% of the time you're saying no to people because you just don't think you'll get on with them, or you feel like maybe they won't suit the band so well. So I mean, it kind of took a while to find the right people, and we had to sort of do a couple of shuffles and stuff, just looking for different people. And eventually we sort of found people who I get on with well, and people who are sort of become really good friends with, which is great.
It is early days. I want you to take me back to the very start. What was the first musical instrument you learned?
Guitar.
How old were you?
I think I started when I was 7-ish.
And then at some point you started writing songs?
Yeah, I've kind of always been writing songs. I mean, like, me and my sister and my cousins were in a band when I must have been like 6 years old, just hitting things and, I don't know, making noise. But I guess it's just a slow progression from when you're writing songs for such a long time to writing songs that people want to listen to.
Well, tell me about Brazil, we played that earlier on in the show. That was the first song I ever heard from you. Totally floored me. When I first heard it, I was just like, wow, that's the kind of song that I would have wanted to have written when I was trying to learn the guitar and sitting in my bedroom and trying to do that kind of thing. It seems like there's so much going on there. Where did it come from? Can you remember?
The time I wrote it, I was 15, and I'd been listening to the last Mystery Jets album, Radlands.
It's a great record. It's
a really good record, actually, and I had the pleasure of touring with them earlier in the year, because they've sort of been one of my favourite bands for a long time, and it was them, but it was this sort of country thing, and it was really cool. So I was just messing about with all these like country kind of guitars, trying to do that sort of thing, and not just because of that Mystery Jets album, obviously, but and it kind of just came up with that riff mucking about. And then a guy just emailed me, I had like 2 albums worth of demos online, and a guy was like, hey, I'm a student, do you want to work on a track? And his name's Max, and he ended up producing the song. We just kind of worked on it together, and
wow,
there it was.
And what's your situation with school as well? Because you're 17 now, right?
I don't know. I think it's as of yet, been a good decision to make. Like, a lot of people could kind of see that as quite immature, but I feel like if I can manage to be 17 and just doing what I enjoy constantly, it's kind of just a win-win for me at the moment, at least.
Well, the trajectory is there, isn't it? Because from those early gigs and the early hype around Brazil, we've now got an album which is coming out. I know you've been working with James Ford on that, who's such an esteemed producer, and I'm endlessly fascinated by the way that guy works.
Yeah.
Were you aware of him before you went in the studio?
I was. I mean, it was sort of when talking to like my manager and label about who I'd want to work with, sort of a name who came up. I mean, he's produced a lot of records that I've enjoyed. As I said, Mystery Jets, and Foals, Arctic Monkeys, Florence and the Machine. Like, he's worked on so many records, and I love all the Simeon stuff as well. So it's kind of just like, once he's sort of agreed to it, I was like, yeah, great. So,
where did you do it? Did you go out to LA to work with him, or is it London based?
we did a bit in LA. It actually just was kind of by chance. We were both there at the same time. I was sort of on tour and he was working on a different record. But yeah, we did do one session. We actually recorded Isambard in LA.
So what of you, the faithful few, should take them all, go move for. So tell your family and friends, we'll keep it plain, never again. Well, if you can't walk, then run. If you can't walk, then run. Walk, then run. Well, if you can't walk, then run. Well, if you can't walk, then run. Walk, then run. Well, if you can't walk, I'll make it clear, you make it then, but never here, never again. So which one hangs? Police with gangs? It's all the same, it's all the same. I met you here, but then you ran with fear, you fearless man. So tell your violent and tame that they will cry never again. Well, if you can't walk, then run. If you can't walk, then run. Walk, then run. Well, if you can't walk, then run. If you can't walk, then run. Walk, then run. Well, if you can't walk,
Well, I wanted to talk about that track. Who's the dog on the cover?
Ted. Fun story. Apparently, the owner of Ted was given Ted by Chris Martin or something like that.
Really? From Coldplay?
Yeah, I don't know the backstory.
Who's the owner?
Just a friend of a friend.
So
Well,
Chris Martin is
friends
going
now.
around giving people dogs?
Yeah, just handing them out. Chris Martin
There you go.
just goes up to people and goes, "Hey, do you want one of these these dogs.
Nicest man in rock.
Nicest man in rock and pop and everything.
Veterinary school. It's good, dog. But what I like about your songs is that you can read so much into them. You like writing about topics and, you know, things in the news and stuff like that. What's Isambard about?
It's a bit of a long-winded one. I always end up I babble on about a lot of things, but this one in particular. I actually started writing Isambard in school. Around the school, we have these billboards that they're like TVs, and they like change, and it's like a slideshow, and they have different like inspirational quotes. And one of them is this Martin Luther King quote, which is like something along the lines of, if we can't run, then we will walk. If we can't walk, then we will crawl. And I was kind of like, if we can't walk, then run. I was kind of just singing it. I don't know why. And I kind of just thought of having that in the song for a while, but I hadn't used it or anything. And then while in school also, I came up with this piano Alberti bass thing, and it just, I didn't really have anything it was just going to be about. I just thought it sounded cool. Like, that's how most of my songs start. And then I just I'd been studying in my GCSE English. It's a very school-based song.
It is.
I've been studying in GCSE English.
I think you should have stayed in school. Just giving you songs like that.
This is, to be fair, like one of the only good songs I've written whilst in school. So, but I'd studied this poem by E. Cummings called Next to, of course, Got America I, where he writes as this political sort of figure who doesn't really know who's talking about, trying to like rally up the people of a nation. It's kind of a very tense time in the world, and he was sort of analysing America with that. And what I wanted to do was kind of do that but do it about the sort of right-wing media that I was sort of seeing a lot of amidst all the sort of police brutality cases and the Islamophobia and all that stuff that's sort of going on that I was seeing in figures like Sean Hannity. And I just kind of wanted to write a song kind of like that poem, but as that character. And that's how I wrote that song.
Boom. That is a good explanation, man. See, that's the other thing I like about you, is that everything is very, very current as well. It seems like you're really, you know, turned on by the fact that you can read something in a newspaper or see it on TV or whatever, and then write a song about it, and 2 months later it's out and people are singing it back at you.
Yeah, I think it's like, I guess when you just don't have much else to write about, I kind of just look for these sorts of stories, and I don't know, it's something nice about being able to talk about issues and having people be like, yeah, I agree with that, and like come to your shows and be like, yeah, we agree with this.
Yeah, totally.
Or we like this, and it's like, yeah, I like it. It's good. Yeah. It's fun.
Such a dude. It's so good to meet Declan McKenna. I really think in 2017 he's going to be one to watch. He's built it up over the last 12 months in his bedroom since the age of about 7 or something like that. You can just tell that he's been waiting for this moment, and now it's finally come. I'm going to carry it on now on Beats One with Warbly Jets. This was the first play on my show a couple of weeks ago. I had an amazing reaction on Twitter. They come from LA. This is their first song. They look pretty cool. Ones to watch. And this is a tune. It's called Alive. This is Beats One London.
I'm biding my time at the end of the line. No compromise in sight, so I'll walk through the fire, break through the blinds to find my desire. But I'm slipping back again, back to the start again, back where I ought to be. Feels like the tide is turning back again. No sign of settling, just like there's never been. Sounds like the record's broken. It's been up and down, but I
and the high heels. The Mercedes Benz with the big wheels. When they hit this jam, they can't sit still. Yeah, they know what's up. Where all the girls at? With the Birkin bags and the big house. The Mercedes Benz with the out. When they hit this jam, they turn the lights out. Yeah, they know what's up. Polo socks, polo tee, polo bed, polo sheets, photo bench, photo jeep, photo booth to me. She taking photos of me that she carry all around like rosaries. She said she never did it with the lights on. Baby, we gon' see. She so cow, she no hoe. She no smoke, she no talk. She no chance, she no Vic. She no gang, she gon' go. Wear your heels, wear your clothes. Wear your hair in a bun when you head back home. Wear your purse, wear your phone. One more question before y'all go. Where all the girls at? With the credit cards and the high heels. The Mercedes Benz with the big wheels. When they hit this jam, they can't sit still. Yeah, they know what's up. Where all the girls at? With the Birkin bags and the big house. The Mercedes Benz with the out. When they hit this jam, they turn the lights out. Yeah, they know what's up.
Hey, where all the girls with the book in the club? With the reading glasses on, getting shook in the club. Reading Ta-Nehisi Coast, humming Spotty Hotty Dope. With the wild, let them drag me here, look in the club. I need a ride home and I need an iPhone. Charge in your number, can you put your shit in my phone? Damn, my phone died. Can you put it in my man's phone? Damn, his car died too. Can you drive my man's home? Where the girls in the club with the black dress? With the big fat in the flat chest. Who tryna wear the black dress to my address? I got a bed, no frame, just a mattress. Where the tall girls at? You bad. Where the small girls at? You bad. Where the mid-size girl? Where the mid-size girls? Where the mid-size girls? You bad.
Where all the girls at? With the credit cards and the high heels. The Mercedes Benz with the big wheels. When they hit this jam, they can't sit still. Yeah, they know what's up. Where all the girls at? With the Birkin bags and the big house. The Mercedes Benz with the out. When they hit this jam, they turn the lights out. Yeah, they know what's up. Ay, gold wrist, gold rings, gold teeth, gold chains, cold world, cold game, cold name, cold James. She's taking off all her shame, and she Destiny's Child when she say my name. She said she never did it with the lights on. That's gon' change. Light skinned girl sipping dark liquor, got a dark skinned friend, only white. Black girls say they like girls, say they dyke girls. Type girls lose their boyfriends to them white girls. And this their favorite song. Turn this up when they turn this on. Do right and do you wrong. One more question, what y'all on? Where all the girls at? With the credit cards and the high heels. The Mercedes Benz with the big wheels. When they hit this jam, they can't sit still. Yeah, they know what's up. Where all the girls at? With the Birkin bags and the big house. The Mercedes Benz with the out. When they hit this jam, they turn the lights out. Yeah, they know what's up. Where all the girls at? With the credit cards and the high heels. The Mercedes Benz with the big wheels. When they hit this jam, they can't sit still. Yeah, they know what's up. Where all the girls at? With the Birkin bags and the big house. The Mercedes Benz with the out. When they hit this jam, they turn the lights out. Yeah, they know what's up.
Love that. Joey Perk featuring Chance the Rapper. Girls, this is Matt Wilkinson on Beats On. Loads. Just gonna let them do that. Loads and loads of amazing music for you on the way. We played a new one by a Brazilian band called Bulgarians, a London band called Goat Girl who are on Rough Trade Records, and also the Molochs, a first play from them. I think it's the first track from their new album, and it's absolutely amazing. Right now, though, I want to carry on with Franco Bollo. I just think this song is really, really energetic. Wherever you are, turn it up loud. It's called Finally.
See that light up on your face has been replaced by worry. For days to come, days to live, and days to end before you want it. You gotta get out of grid. Get out of grid. Waiting for the world to finally go away, finally away, and you don't have to stay. Say the day, finally a way to see that times are changing, and you know you're still afraid of growing up. There's nothing you can do, no matter how you try. Still living tonight. It sounds like I'm sad, but I'm not. It sounds like I'm sad, but I'm not. It sounds like I'm sad, but I'm not. Anyway. She was diagnosed in the summer, and she died a year later. Attended to by me and my brother, but death it came to take her away. And I still have my memories of a good woman. Forget your friends and enemies with a good woman. My mother taught me to be kind, and she told me to be true. And when I go through harder times, I will do my best for you. And life, it got much harder, and time, it wore away. And though it's only been a year, if I could see her for one day, I'd tell her all my memories of a good woman. The loss that was not meant to be of a good woman. My mother taught me to be kind, and she told me to be true. And when I wake up in the night, I will only think of you. Sleeping through the darkness, are you sleeping through the light? The feeling when your heart breaks is only half the fun. Mother told me to be kind, and she told me to be true. So when I go through harder times, I will do my best for you. My mother told me speak my mind and try to see a fairy planet. And when I go to close my eyes, I will always see you, Janet.
We played it last week. I just think it's an absolutely beautiful, beautiful piece of music. MT Hadley is the name of the artist. Janet is the name of the song. Kind of gives me Jaipur vibes. Bit of Marvin Gaye influence there as well, I think. This is Nilufer Yanya, who I think we first played a couple of months ago with a cover of Hey by Pixies, and she just keeps getting better. This is her latest song, and it's called Keep On Calling.
Throw it all away for you, just like you asked me to. You can always be my waste of time.
And when things don't go to plan, if you deserve another chance, I can count on you to take your time. And boy, I'm getting tired of your games. You just don't stop speaking, but I'm done with feeling for you, boy. I'm getting bored of your ways. Oh, you can keep on calling. I am done with falling. So don't worry about the tears. I'll find a way to disappear. You just watch that coming tide. And we won't even have to shout, 'cause not even words can find a way out. You just relax and I'll kill the time. Boy, I'm getting tired of your gaze. You just don't stop speaking, but I'm done with feeling for you, boy. I'm getting tired of your gaze. Oh, you can keep on calling. I am done with falling for you, boy. I'm getting tired of your gaze. You just don't stop speaking, but I'm done with dealing with this, boy. I'm getting tired of your ways. Oh, you can keep on calling. I am done with falling. I am done with falling. I am done with falling. Falling, boy. Yeah, falling, boy. For you, boy. For you. For you. For
Nilifiano on Beats One. Shouts to Duplo J enjoying the show in Brazil. Going to be playing a Brazilian band called Bulgarians very shortly. Going to be talking to Los Creepies from Argentina as well, as we look into Beats One Latino, celebrating Latin music at its finest. And just music at its finest now. Smashing Pumpkins. I'm playing this because Fantagram, in the latest episode of Gratitude on Beats One, celebrate Siamese Dream by Smashing Pumpkins. 1993, sounds like it could have come out yesterday. Of course, this is my favourite tune from it. This is Today, this is Beats One.
Today is the greatest day I've ever known. Can't live for tomorrow. Tomorrow's what you want. I'll burn my eyes out before I get out. I want it more.
great album, Siamese Dream by Smashing Pumpkins. Check out the latest episode of Gratitude with Fantagram talking about all about that album's genius on Apple Music now. Right, the Orwells are back. There's a new song. It's called Buddy. It rocks. It's short and it's sweet, and this is it.
Beats One.
Keep your secrets from me, boy. Run it. Keep a little lie. Run it. Could it be any harder? No. Run it. Can't keep yourself satisfied. Run it.
zone in on a couple of London acts who are really doing it for me at the minute. Abby Osir is one of them. You just heard her. That was a song called Running. It was the first play on this show last week. And at the other side of the spectrum, you've got this band called Goat Girl who are new on Rough Trade Records. I first saw this band, I think it was in January this year. I went to a rehearsal room, sat on a little stool, and they just blew me away, blew my head off, really. They just played this primal punk racket, lots and lots of 2-minute songs. And I've kind of sat on them for the last 6-7 months and not really told anybody about them. Rough Trade just announced that they signed them about 3 weeks ago. They put 2 songs out. This is the latest one. This is Goat Girl from London with an absolutely brilliant song called Scum, and you want to check out the lyrics to this because Lottie, the singer and primary lyricist, is absolutely brilliant.
Drinks. How can an entire nation be so thick? Hold tight to your pales, bite off your gnashless nails. We're coming for you, please do fear you scum. Welcome here. Funded all the tax of those you scum and welcome in. Hold tight to your pales, bite off your gnashless nails. We're coming for you, please do fear you scum and welcome in.
Goat Girl on Beats One, one of the best bands in London. So, I want to talk about Beats One Latino. We're in the midst of celebrating Latin artists, playing loads and loads of stuff from Latin America, and what I want to do is zone in on some of my favourite bands. At the top of the show, we played Los Psychos, who come from Peru and kind of kick-started punk in that area of the world. 1965, I think the track that we played came from, and it just sounds brilliant. Now, I want to bring it right up to modern day and play you a band called Bugarins. They come from Brazil. They've toured all over the world. I saw them here in London. They blew me away. They really pull a crowd. Some bands, you know, whether they come from France and Germany or wherever, they fail to bring people in when they come to the UK. But Bugarins, there's just something about them. They've caught on here and they've caught on throughout Europe as well. They've got a new album out soon, and I've got the first play of a song from it. It's called Cinismo. I think it absolutely rocks. If you're a fan of Tame Impala and psych rock, then you need to get on this band. They're major players. This is Bugarins, the first play on Beats One, Cinismo.
Seja numa coisa, se não olha nos olhos e olha só pra mentir. Quer discutir valor, mas você nem com os próprios fazer volta só pra subir. Todo mundo nomes, mas no fim são todos iguais. Esbarro nas ordens e isso os machuca demais. Sustentam a morte e o resto é pra enfeitar. Sustentam a morte e o resto é pra enfeitar. Só boto fé no som e eu sei que o recado é viver no sol. Nunca vi, não acredito em dom. Tudo é tão transitório, só prazer não pode existir. my shoe, cause you know. Sustento a morte, e o resto é pra enfeitar. Sustento a morte, e o resto é pra enfeitar. Sustento a sorte, e o resto é pra alegrar. Sustento a morte, e o resto é pra enfeitar. Sustento a morte, e o resto é pra enfeitar. Sustento a morte, e o resto é pra enfeitar.
Love it. Bulgarians is the first play on Beats on Cinismo. Beats on Latino. Bulgarians come from Brazil. They tour all over the world. They really go down well in America and the UK. If they play your town, go and see them because they're absolutely amazing. We're celebrating music from the Latin part of the world now. And I got a chat coming up with Los Creepies, a punk band who come from Argentina. We had a first play of one of their tracks last week. And this week I went and met them in a cafe in London and got to the bottom about what they are about. But there's so much influence in Latin music, right? Everybody from the Lars was really into it in Liverpool. Beatles, little known band. You can hear a bit in this as well, Green Day.
Get my kicks and I wanna start a raging. I wanna dance like I'm on the video. I got a fever for violent behavior. I'm sweating bullets like I'm not a Romeo. Shoot me up to entertain. I am a semi-automatic rolling boy. Give me death or give me hate. Daddy's little psycho and mommy's little soldier. Testify like a lullaby of memories. Broadcasting live and it's on my radio. I got my photobomb, I got my Vietnam. I'm on the line just like anybody else. Shoot me up to entertain. I am a semi-automatic lonely boy. Give me death or give me hate. Broadcasting from my room and playing with my toys.
Wilkinson, Beats One.
Okay, I'm Josie. I play guitar and I sing in Los Creepies.
And I'm Nico. Hello, I play guitar.
Hey Josie and Nico, it's good to see you in London because I saw you play at a place called Cafe Otto the other day in Dalston, and it's quite a DIY setup there. There's no stage. You just get on the same floor as the audience and you play and you do your music and then you get off. How was that gig for you?
Yeah, it was really familiar because the guy who organized the festival is very close friend. He's from Argentina and it was like really good. It feels really like warm.
And you've been to the UK 4 times now, right, from Argentina. Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit about forming the band and the music scene in Buenos Aires where you come from? Because I don't know a great deal about it, and you know, you've been called a punk rock band. And how did Los Creepies come to be?
Yeah, we meet like in the summer playing basketball, like just random with a friend of common, and we decide to start a band. So we start like making songs and really simple, recording at home. That was it. It was really like natural. And then we wanted to play shows, so we met Marta, that is our drummer, and now start playing.
You became a band at that point. And then now here you are a few years later and you're playing shows around the world. You know, playing a gig in London. There aren't many Argentinian bands. I've never seen any other Argentinian bands make it to the UK.
No.
I don't know if there are others. What's the scene like back home?
Well, the scene in Argentina is so different than here. And then in the States too. The thing is, Argentina is a very big country, but almost all the things happens in Buenos Aires. So in the rest of the country, not so many things about rock music bands happens.
Are there other bands in Buenos Aires as well who are part of the same scene as you guys?
Yeah, there are some bands that most are friends of us also, and yeah, it's interesting. It's like not only one kind of music; it's like diverse. Yeah.
Because your music is kind of it reminds me of punk music in the late 70s, but maybe not the Sex Pistols and Clash and the obvious bands, but there's a bit of the Slits in there and the Raincoats and maybe the more left field stuff a little bit. Is it fair to say, are they influences?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we used to and still listen all the classic bands, like British bands, and from US also, like the Ramones, for example. Yeah, that's a really big influence. Like.
And when you record your music, you've got Restaurant, which is coming out. It's out today, October the 8th. What's the setup for that? Do you record at home in Argentina or do you record on the road?
Yeah. This EP that is coming out, yeah, we recorded in Argentina. Yeah, we recorded and mixed like by our own everything. Yes.
Great. So it's a true DIY.
Yeah, super.
Sensibilities.
To say hello to the sun every morning, and terrace and
Lost Creepies on Beats One. Such a pleasure to chat to those guys as they're here in the UK. I'm here in London right now celebrating Latin music. Beats One Latino. We played you Lost Creepies a second ago. We played Begarins before that. Brilliant first play of one of Brazil's finest bands. And now I've got another first play. So there's this guy, right, Lucas Fitzsimmons. He was born in Argentina. He's now based in LA, and he's in this band called the Molochs, Molochs, named after an ancient god, Moloch, who was the villain in Ginsberg's Howl. That is how you name your band. That is an absolutely amazing reference point to name your band after. And anyway, the Molochs are now signed to Innovative Leisure, which is the label run by Ala Lars. There's an album on the way. This is the first track from it. I just think it's great. I referenced the Beatles and the Lars earlier on when talking about the influence of Latin music. And you can kind of hear how it's gone full circle here, because this Argentinian guy, Lucas Fitzsimmons from the Molochs, has now kind of reappropriated Beatlesque or Rolling Stones style R&B. I just think this is great. This is the first play on Beats One, the Molochs, No More Crying.
He looks over shoulder, fears of getting older. She says, oh, come over, come a little closer. Looks out the window, tears fall as the wind blows them both into a frenzy. Isn't love worth plenty? No, no more crying, no more crying, no more crying, no more crying. Now his heart beats faster, knows he won't outlast her. She sits by the window, lets all of the pain go. They look at each other, no, they want no other. So she lets out a big sigh. He looks in her brown eyes. No, no more crying, no more crying, no more crying, no more crying. No more crying, no more crying, no more crying, no more crying. Sometimes there's no reason, sometimes there's no pleasing. Tell him you're not leaving, he's not good at grieving. Maybe he'll try running. Anger is the gun in the war of the heart. Knew it from the start. No, no more crying, no more crying, no more crying, no more crying. Crying, 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 crying.
It's the Molochs on Beats One, No More Crying. You can hear more from Beats One Latino next week on Ebro Darden's show, Zane Lowe's show, Request and Chart. This next tune's massive. Klein, keeping it coming with the brand new acts for you. We're going out to 100 countries worldwide right now. My name is Matt Wilkinson, I'm based in London. We spoke about soul earlier when we played Ceramic. And this is similar vibes, really. I feel like you get your James Blake and people like that who are really introspective and brilliant, but quite minimal. But Ceramic and Klein are just all about turning everything up to 10. This is called Waterflow.
How about we go and let this thing behind ourselves? We've been through this, there's no need to hide away again. We will go to
So that is Brodka, aka Monika Brodka, who won the Polish version of Pop Idol in 2004. And now 12 years later sounds like that. She's just had an album out called Clashes. It's her first English language album. It's absolutely brilliant. Check it out on Apple Music now. Everything from scatty punk like that song that we just heard there, which is Up on the Hill, to orchestral pop. It's just incredible. Really, really cool stuff. She's just supported Beth Orton over here in the UK. I didn't get to see her, unfortunately. If anyone out there did, then let me know what it was like, because I'm pretty intrigued. The next thing I want to play you, I am so excited about. I saw this video a couple of days ago by a band called Desert. I don't know anything about them. Well, actually, that's a little bit of a lie. I know there are 3 of them and they come from LA. That's literally all I know about them. Don't have any names, don't know what they look like. And they put this video on YouTube. Shouts to Nowness, who premiered it, actually. And it's absolutely incredible. It's about 5 minutes long. It's called Back Around Devil. And it stars Manny Yarbrough, who was the sumo wrestler who passed away about a year ago. You probably know him if you saw his face, if you're not familiar with who I mean. And it's an absolutely phenomenal piece of filmmaking by a guy called Alex Lill. Really, you know, if you know me and you know what I'm about and you've been listening to the show over the past year or so, you'll know that I'm really, really into new stuff. And to me, this recalls Odd Future when they first came out. It recalls Woo Life from Manchester, who came out about the same time. Tobias Jesso Jr., just because the first thing I ever heard from him just completely blew me away. And I was like, this guy is the real deal. Death Grips as well. It's pop masquerading as high art. I wrote a thing for it this week, actually, and I just quoted that. But I just think it's absolutely brilliant. And I'm going to play you the first song that we can play from Desert now. They come from LA. They really, really are a name to watch. Check out the video. It's absolutely incredible. And I think they're going to be doing more stuff in the near future. So this is Desert with a brilliant song called Devil.
Love don't come easy, so stop trying so hard. I'll admit, last night when I drove home, I almost crashed my car.
Matt Wilkinson on Beats One.
Boy being soft rocks, girl being tough luck.
Love that tune. Sneaks, Tough Luck from an album called Gymnastics. If you're into the tunes that you're hearing, then let me know about it. Wilco on Twitter, W1LKO, or @Beats1. We kicked off the show with this last week. I just felt it sounded so cool. I listened back. Wives, they come from Queens in New York. This is called Waving Past Nirvana.
Happy ever after, this place is a disaster. Your face is cast in plaster and paper mache. She's just a renegade, sipping on her lemonade, chilling out in the evening shade. And you know death was made into a liar. He was thrown in the fire, and he tried to retire, but he couldn't get any higher. I couldn't sleep last week, I had problems. My feet hurt and my ankles swell. I'm pretty sure next week I'll solve them. Yeah, I may get better, but I won't get well. I feel so removed, just like some waving past Nirvana. Dripping dead, a pen above your head. I remember what he said that night by the Christmas light. He was rolling CeeLo. It was a beach near Hilo, swimming with turtles who murdered what they couldn't quarter. And your uncle, he wears a dress with a shotgun and some meth, and no teeth where he peeks in his mirror to speak in tongues. 20 years on the bum, addicted to rum, and his only fun was when some queer Jesus hung. And I feel so removed, just like some waving past Nirvana, like Davis. Waving past Nirvana. Oh yeah. By accidental falling, no. Streets are laid with curses wine. Instead of bread, their purses weigh with linen, lead, and time to shine. Twice some said that we all but clay. Churches bent on crutches, pulled back on track with water cash. A thirst for concrete blocks and sediment blocks and mud-pooled string. Fields of it she did, then bit into a slice of spring. And all the doors are clad of mud-pooled string. Fields of it she did and bit into a slice of spring. And I saw the old boy weaver light. Oh Lord, I saw the boy weaver light. And you know next time I see him he had his family there. Oh Lordy, Lord, let him dead, you know you're dead.
Right, B-Son, I'm going coast to coast. You just heard Wives from New York, and now this is Starcaller from LA. This is the first play on my show a couple of weeks ago. They're amazing. Their singer Arrow was just part of an orchestral interpretation of Pretty on the Inside by Hole in LA last night. Lots of feedback. This is Starcaller.
I got ants in my home, I got ants in my bones. I got ants when I'm eating, I got ants when I'm dreaming. I got ants when I don't, I got ants when I won't. Got ants on the chair, they bite like a bear. So everything I hold and all over my bones. I got ants, I got ants. I got ants when I dance, got ants in my pants, got ants in my socks, got ants with my got ants in a drum, got ants in my lung. Everywhere I look and everywhere I come. So everything on and all over my bones. I got ants, I got ants. It's harder to be me every day. Every time I try to walk my way, my way, my way. I got ants, got ants, got ants, got ants, I got ants, I got ants, I got ants. So everything on and all over my bones, said everything on and all over my bones, said everything on and all over my bones. I got ants.
Love it. This is Beats One. That was Starcrawler. Only song they've got out. I love the intro to this. It kind of reminds me of Blondie. It's a band called Savoy Motel who come from Nashville. The debut album, it's self-titled, comes out October 21st via Watch Your Rupture. Shouts to that label. People who bought you Parquet Courts and many, many more. Savoy Motel, Sorry People.
Catch it again. We're sorry. Catch us again. Running out of hand. We're sorry. 20 times 10. Any which way. Don't worry. Try it again. Wish it away. Don't worry. Do it again. Time on the table. Here like a window. Time like a window.
brilliant Savoy Motel debut UK gigs this November. That's it from me this week. I'm back next week. If you want to listen to the show again and you've got an Apple Music subscription, then you can. You can listen to past shows, check out playlists that I've made, check out stuff I posted on Connect as well. Going to be posting up the Declan McKenna interview. Also, just recapping some of the great stuff that we've been playing here on the show, including Beats on Latino stuff. Bulgarians, absolutely love that tune. I'm going to leave you with a band now who come from Brighton. I've got an exclusive from them coming up in a couple of weeks' time. This is brand new out, though. They're called Argo, and this is a great song, Being Around.
About what you're thinking, and it's tiring. Tell me it's nothing. Well,